Hi, friends. I really didn't expect this period of my life to become the part where I started making race reviews on a semi-regular basis again. But here we are, I suppose. Yeah, between all the brooding and the not at all subtle language in all of the scripted content, it really is just race reviews again. This is where we're at. So, if you're here, you know what happened. Coming to the white. Actually, that's not even fair. About halfway down the backstretch, when the leaders were down there anyway, a car buried itself balls deep in the tire barrier after, the first couple of turns. This is the Roval, by the way, in case anyone's watching this like a decade from now and is like, what's NASCAR? I don't know what that is. I was just born like a week ago, and there's been no such thing as NASCAR. I'm committed. I'm committed to the bit, man. I'm committed to the bit. This lawsuit's what's going. I've been saying this since that race ended. I hope that Michael Jordan makes fucking NASCAR, makes a man trip. He hits a nasty step back in that courtroom and dunks. You don't dunk if you do a step back. The point that I'm trying to make is that I hope NASCAR falls apart in the courtroom. So the 2025 prediction is still alive. I definitely saw it playing out like this. I definitely had that foresight. You can call it kamikaze. You can call me clairvoyance causey games. That's how the race that we're 2 minutes into the race and I haven't even said what happened yet. Why do people watch me? So about when the leaders were halfway down the backstretch, a car buried itself into the tires. And for some reason, NASCAR, knowing that there was absolutely no chance that car was getting out of the tire, because it was literally underneath, the entire car was underneath. They had to get a diamond pickaxe out in order to dig that thing out. It was buried in there so deep. So deep. I used to have a diamond sword. What happened to that diamond sword? I got that when I was like 17. So like you can't even blame it on youth. My hair is a mess. Let's make it worse. Let's make it worse. This is how I feel. Well, actually, I've improved my hair situation. That's unfortunate. Yeah, it's fine. It's close enough. So NASCAR, in an act of just pure brazen, I don't even know how you describe it, because no one wants to see a race end under caution. Least of all me. That race was setting up to be a great finish, as a matter of fact. It reminded me a lot of, I think, 2020 Indy Road Course Xfinity, when it was like a 4-car battle for the win in that race. And that one went green to the end. It wasn't a chase race. and a driver that, had a bunch of wins was in the lead. I think there's a correlation. Correlation does not always equal causation, but in this case, we may need to take a look. We may need to put our best people on it. They waited. Someone timed it on Twitter. It was about, well, I don't know. I didn't actually see the tweet. I just read responses to the tweet. That they waited 15 seconds after the car hit the tires before they called the caution. Now, we've seen in the past, we even saw in this race when the 18 car, when Creed had been dead and was dying on the backstretch, he was going about 5 miles an hour into turn 3, and they held the caution for like half a lap on that one. But like, that was just for the stage. They don't do green-white checkers for stages. Although, saying that out loud, I think there's every chance in the world we could see that at some point. They stopped counting caution laps in the stages, like with 5 to go. What's the limit at this point, honestly? They waited until the absolute very last possible moment. What were they waiting for? What were they waiting for? There was a car buried in the tires. Even if the car wasn't destroyed, it was going to take a while to pull them out. Or not even to pull them out, but like, even if the car wasn't destroyed, if he threw that thing baby into reverse and not slammed on the gas, but like lightly tapped it so that he'd get traction, it still wouldn't have come out because he was buried underneath about 50 tires, looking like Wade Barrett after that one TLC pay-per-view when Cena literally buried him under chairs. That's what it looked like. That's what the car looked like. But they held the button for a long time. Why did they do that? What reason? What was stopping them from seeing a car in the tire barrier destroyed and going, that's not gonna fly, boop, caution's out? No, they waited until the absolute last possible second. They could not have physically timed it any later. Like, it's like they were up. The only thing that I can picture from this is that they were standing up there in the control room, right? And there's like a couple of people in there that determine whether or not a caution's going to come out. They were looking at each other like, do we press it? Do we press it? Do we want drama? Do we want nonsense? Or do we wait? Do we wait? Like, what are they waiting for? What are they waiting for? What were they waiting for? See, I sit here as a Justin Allgaier fan who was 5 points to the good, and no matter who won in that situation besides the 97, who was on old tires and really not even a factor, no matter who won in that situation, Allgaier advances. I did not want a caution. I didn't want a caution to give someone the opportunity to dump him. So I'm sitting here like, this is awesome. Dude, this is awesome. This is very entertaining and stuff and all that good stuff. And Allgaier's by himself in an island on the track with like no one around him. This is great. I'm very happy. So I don't care who wins. I don't care who wins between Kligerman and Mayer. See, the thing is that I probably should have made this clear at the start. I became a fan of Sam Mayer because there were so few good drivers in Xfinity around about 2021, 2020, that I was like, you know what? If I hate everyone, I'm just going to have a bad time every fucking moment that this shit turns on. All right? And I did have a bad time every single moment this shit turned on back then. And that's the only reason I like Sam Mayer. And when he started winning, I was like, this is fine. And then he started winning. And then this year, he's won the worst races when Sieg decided, you know what? I'm not going to win at Texas. And I'm just going to give up a second and a half on a one-lane track. I'm just going to run the top. I'm just going to run the top on a track that's been one lane since 2017. I'm just going to run the top. This couldn't possibly go wrong. So that sucked. Then Iowa happened where everyone was dying except for Sam Mayer. And he's been dying every other race. And it's like, okay, so obviously that's the topsy-turvy ass tire tango on this race, on this track. The track with the topsy-turvy tire tango. That's where Sam Mayer's going to take it to victory lane. Victory lane. I'm very tired. And then where else did he win? I thought he won another race, but I literally don't care. The point I'm trying to make is that all of the finishes that he's won this year have been trash. So trash. So absolutely trash. Or was that Nashville? I don't even remember. The point is that it sucked. What I'm trying to say is that and then Parker Kligerman, who I've never really liked. I've always found him to be more of an inconvenience. And he's been driving like a douche all year. Ever since he got the 48 full time, he's driven like a douche. He cost Allgaier the win at Portland last year. He probably cost Allgaier a win somewhere else that I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm sure it happened. The point I'm trying to make is that I don't care if Kligerman wins. But, like, it was a great story. It was a great story. The point that I'm trying to make is that I have no investment in who wins this race. Either way, if it's Mayer out in the lead and they wait until the absolute last second, it doesn't make a difference to me. It does not make a difference to me. The fact of the matter is, Why'd they wait? Why'd they wait? If you're going to wait that long, call the caution after the line. End the race. We get a happy moment in victory lane. We get a guy who's, done racing full time. And, Michael Lynette said the same thing back in 2021 is that, I'm done racing full time, but that doesn't mean I won't race part time. He hasn't raced anything ever since. But, so there's, the questions whether or not he's even going to be back. He'll probably be back in the 75 truck. Well, let's be honest. So it's a question if he's ever going to race again. So he gets to go off into the sunset and retire with a win. Boy, me here as a Truex fan for the last 11 years, my goodness, I'd appreciate that. But not Kligerman doesn't even get that. He doesn't get that. No, because they decided to wait to throw the caution until the absolute last minute, even though the car had been parked in the tire barrier for 15 seconds. Why? Why couldn't they just call the caution? Or if they were going to wait that long, why not continue to wait? What was the point? What were they waiting for? My question is, I don't even care who wins the race. What were they waiting for? What were they waiting for? And it took so long to clean up. They were pacing they had 5 laps of pacing after that wreck. It took so long to clean up. Were they wondering oh man, we're gonna have to pay the track workers overtime if we throw the caution? That's probably what someone said. It's oh, it's gonna take so long to clean up, we're gonna have to pay everyone overtime. That's another $100,000 down the drain. I doubt NASCAR pays their track workers that well. But anyway, that's probably the conversation that was had up there. That was probably the only difference. What were they waiting for? Throw the caution in the fucking center of 3 and 4 when the car is buried in the fucking tires. And it's not gonna move. What were they waiting for? Just to literally give people the false sense that, they're gonna wait to throw it so that the race is over, and then there's no nonsense. That's an acceptable reason. That's an acceptable reason. Is so that, okay, so this is how the last stage played out. There was a natural caution, everyone pit, and there's no green-white checkered for once. For once this season, there's not going to be a green-white checkered at the end of one of these fucking races. We actually got to let the racing determine the outcome of the race, instead of just some stupid-ass restart where everyone's bunched up together at a stupidly designed track that's specifically designed to cause the maximum amount of chaos as possible, which is people dumping each other left and right. They literally redesigned the track. They redesigned the track to put in a WWE hairpin, to put in a pure sports entertainment hairpin. There was nothing wrong. They rolled the same design of this track, the same track layout for 8 years. And then they're just nope. There wasn't enough chaos in the Roval race last year. There wasn't enough Game 7 moments, so they decided to redesign the entire track. And actually, when I was watching, I was okay, so actually, this corner means a little, so they take the left turn, they take 2 turns, and then they do the infield section where they go around, and instead of turning right away, they go over the hill, and there's a slight right, then they go down the hill and another right, and actually, I kind of like that corner, because they're carrying a lot more speed through it, and it's downhill, so the cars get lighter, so they have to anticipate, the change in the cars, handling in the downhill section while they're turning right. And then that's hard braking into the stupid ass hairpin. But at the same time, it's still fine. Honestly, they could have done worse. But the point I'm trying to make is that they redesigned the fucking track specifically for Game 7 moments. And this is a cutoff race for Xfinity and Cup. We haven't even done the Cup race tomorrow. I should just wait until the Cup race tomorrow. Something similar is probably going to happen, Something similar is probably going to happen. That's how it's going to end up going, Yeah, Briscoe's going to have a 30-second lead. 30-second lead, and Elliott's going to be second. And then, LaJoy decides to stuff it in the barrier. And then they wait, and that happens whilst Briscoe is it happens in front of Briscoe. Briscoe's lapping the 51 and he just drives directly into the tires. And for some reason, they don't throw the caution the entire lap until literally the second that Briscoe crosses the line to take the white. That's what's going to end up happening. And then Elliott wins because, of course, he does. I don't know, man. I don't know. What did they wait for? What were they waiting on? What were they expecting? What were they expecting? What were they expecting to happen? Did they think he was going to move? Did they think he was going to move? Like, by the time the cars even got around to that, like, if he even moves and backs out, he's probably going to drag the tires with him. It's going to be, the track's going to be blocked. Like, what were they waiting on? Legitimately, what were they waiting on? That's what I'm mad about. That's what I'm mad about. They had no reason to hold the caution as long as they did. Given the situation on the track, given the situation regarding everything, given the situation regarding points, like, they had no goddamn reason to hold that as long as they did. But they did, and now we just got completely unnecessary controversy. Would it have sucked? It did suck. It did suck the fact that, you know, dude trying to send off with the win is going to lose to fucking Sam boring-ass Mayer, of all people. I was hoping Allmendinger would get there. I was hoping he'd, you know, lose the car and, like, miss a gear again or whatever the fuck was going on and Allmendinger would win. That's really what I was hoping when that caution came out. It's like, okay, there's no way Kligerman's winning. This gives Allmendinger a chance to go 5 for 5 at this track. Could have given me 5 wins in a row at the Roval. At the Roval, you know? Could have given me 5, but instead we got this fucking goddamn garbage. So, yeah, basically. The NASCAR, once again, managing to turn what was shaping up to be a great finish. And it had been a great finish up until that point. Absolutely electric. 97 decided to not take tires for absolutely no reason. What a terrible decision. I don't know what they were thinking. Well, actually, what they were thinking is the fact that it's impossible to pass at this track. That's what they were thinking. And they were probably hoping more people would stay out, but, like, they didn't. So, like, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. They just leave it to NASCAR to just have a fine finish handed to them on a silver platter at a track that has been historically a pile of shit that I despise with all my heart because I sucked here in core, and I was bad in core. But, like, at the Roval, it was particularly bad. Like, I usually ran fucking bottom half of the bottom quarter of the field in core, but, like, could you shut up, watch? That is the 3rd time my watch has gone off in this clip. I don't understand. It's stupid. Shut up, watch. But yeah, I hate this track so goddamn much. And NASCAR had a great finish, handed it almost silver platter, and sure, it would have sucked if it hadn't ended in the green-white checkered, but they had so long. In racing, 15 seconds is like the distance between New York and Los Angeles. That's the amount of time we're talking. In a sport that requires split-second decisions and reflexes that defy the laws of physics, 15 seconds is like the distance between here and Mars. Elon Musk could have put a man on a fucking Jupiter's moons before they fucking throw the amount of time that they had to bring that caution out. And they just waited. Why? Why wait? What did they expect to change? There was no reason to hold it. There was no reason to hold the flag. And now you've got controversy for no reason. This could have been avoided. So many things could have been avoided. Boy, if this is how NASCAR operate on the track, I can't wait to see how they operate in the courtroom. Boy, I hope that the press is allowed in that. There's going to be some good sketches. There's going to be some high moments that come out of that. I remember following the Casey Anthony trial. I remember that. I was like 12. That was entertainment right there. That was pure entertainment. They had cameras all left and right. It was a bona fide sitcom. You were just waiting for the laugh track to come up. Some of the people they put on the stand during that shit. That's what this courtroom is going to look like. That's what this courtroom is going to look like. It's going to be pure clowns. Clowns left and right. They may as well come into the courtroom in full makeup. Full clown makeup. You know, the Joker 2 came out. Apparently it sucks. They don't even need to wait for Joker 3. Just watch the courtroom shenanigans with NASCAR on the stand. Just, you better believe it's going to be pure nonsense. It's going to be more entertaining than the finish, which was shit because Kligerman did not have the car to match up against the one, which sucks because it was a great battle before then. It was great. That entire restart until they hit the line, until they pressed the damn button. That was so great. There were so many dynamics at play. The 48 and the 1 were set up so differently so that they were better in certain parts of the track, and it went back and forth and it ebbed and flowed, and it was so good. It was pure, and that was Prime TV. Prime TV. That's not Amazon Prime TV, but it was Prime TV nonetheless. This was on the CW, not Amazon Prime. What are you talking about, Kamikaze? Stop talking. You're stupid. The point that I'm trying to make is that they had a fantastic race handed to them on a silver platter, and they just threw it all away because they waited on the button. Why'd they wait? Why'd they wait? If they waited 1 second longer, Parker Kligerman's an Xfinity Series winner, and he advances to the next round, and we get to see his antics where he does nothing because there's no good tracks for him coming up. There's like, what were they doing? Why? Why'd they wait? Why'd they wait? What were they doing? Why? Why'd they wait? Why'd they wait? I don't understand why they didn't wait. Why they didn't just throw why didn't they throw the damn caution? Why? I just want to know what their plan was. What was their plan in that situation? I don't understand, man. It's insane. Anyway, this video has gone on for way too long, and I've basically said nothing. And it's gonna completely break the flow of my uploads because I actually do have a video ready to go up. But I was waiting for a better day. I want to wait until the stream on Tuesday because I like to say, hey, there's a new video available that only mega appreciators can watch. You better click the button. But yeah. You know, so everyone gets to watch this video. Who is my mega appreciators I'm supposed to shout out at the end of every video? JD Land, TJ Arnold, Alex Johanning, I'm sorry, I get it wrong every time. Vapor Life. There's 2 more. Who are they? I'm sorry. Raphael LeDuc. There's 1 more. Who is it? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to go inside the house and look. Oh, who is it? Oh my god, who is it? I know this. Adam Peel. How did I not know that? I think that's everyone. I'm sorry if I missed you. Anyway, yeah, I guess the video's over because I named off the mega appreciators. So, yeah. So sorry for the break in the artistic, sorry for the break in artistic flow of this channel. I mean, this shit is basically an ARG at this point. My channel is an ARG at this point. Like, am I actually suicidal? The answer is yes. But, like, am I actually going to do it? That's the question on everyone's mind. So, yeah. I hope Michael Jordan dunks on NASCAR in court one last time and the Jumpman reigns supreme and NASCAR dissolves by the end of this year. It could happen. You know what the best part about this is that NASCAR has the shortest off season of all American sports, and yet it's going to be like there's not even going to be a break. There's not even going to be another watch ping. Shut the fuck up. You can hear this, right? You can hear this. The phone is closer to it than my ears. You can hear this. The reporters, Bob Pockris is going to have his work cut out for him this offseason. He's not even going to be able to take a vacation. He's going to be live reporting from outside the courtroom for Fox Sports every day of the week, all winter long. Hopefully they have it in Florida and not North Carolina. I mean, both places have been ravaged by hurricanes, but at least it'll be warmer in Florida. Anyway, this video had absolutely nothing to do with the subject or the title. So, yeah, basically, why didn't they throw the caution? NASCAR throwing away a fine race for absolutely no reason. I still don't understand the angle. Why wouldn't they throw the goddamn caution 15 seconds earlier? Why don't they throw the caution the second the guy drives in the barriers? Why? What's the reason? Why? What's the reason? I don't understand. I'm so mad right now. But, like, hey, that's what they want. They want to provoke a reaction. They want to provoke a reaction out of people. If everyone stopped caring and stopped making videos like this, maybe NASCAR would go back to what actually was good. Probably not. They'd just make things even worse in an effort to try and draw in more fucking negative attention. Yeah. This is just NASCAR is like Jake Paul. Like, let's be honest. Let's be honest. They thrive on negativity, and they intentionally at times make asinine decisions for the sake of entertainment and for the sake of people to hate click. NASCAR is the hate click sport, more so than any other sport. I don't know. I was going to compare to another sport, but like at least other sports have some claim to legitimacy at times. I haven't watched any football this year. The Chargers suck. Who could have fucking seen that coming? Every goddamn buddy, even non-Charger fans were like, oh no, they got a good head coach now. You better watch out. They're still the fucking Chargers. They're still the fucking Chargers. They are not going to beat the Broncos. Guarantee you right now, they're going to lead 20-7 in the fourth. And the Broncos will win 24-20. That is my prediction, official prediction. If I'm correct, everyone that comments in this video owes me $1,000. And that is a legally binding contract. You signed it by watching the video. I have your e-signature, bitch. I am in your computer. I am in your hard drive. I'm getting closer. I'm getting closer every single day. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. 'Cause I'm in your walls. Why does anyone watch this shit?